Let's get started with our first news. Just weeks before his next title defense, Merab opened up about taking the Peter Yan fight on short notice. The champ explained that he didn't want to sit out for too long, saying that if he didn't fight this year, he'd have to wait until spring to get another bout. And that was something he simply couldn't accept. The Georgian machine wanted to stay active, keep his momentum alive, and continue proving why he's one of the toughest fighters in the division, even if it meant stepping in early. Merab also shared a surprising story about the one time Dana White was genuinely mad at him. According to Merab, it happened when he refused to fight his close friend and training partner, Aljamain Sterling, who was the champion at the time. Merab made it clear that Sterling had been by his side for every single training camp, and there was no world where he'd ever fight him. Loyalty meant more than money or opportunity, and Merab stood by that principle, even if it cost him favor with the boss. He went on to address the growing talk about a potential super fight with Alex Volkanovski. While Merab made it clear that it's not something he's focused on right now, he didn't rule it out either. If he eventually cleans out the bantamweight division and runs out of contenders, then a super fight with Volk could absolutely become a real possibility down the line. When speaking about his mindset heading into the Peter Yan rematch, Merab reflected on how much he's grown since their first meeting. The first fight, I was nervous, stressed, a lot of pressure fighting against Peter Yan, he admitted. Now I'm more mature, more comfortable, but I don't want to be too comfortable. I'm sure Peter will fix his mistakes from the first fight. The biggest mistake he made was not respecting me. He thought I couldn't do anything against him. But now, I have to be an even better version of myself. Merab added that his goal this time is to show more of himself. Better techniques, better composure, and a complete performance that leaves no doubt who the best in the division truly is. Move on to another news. Ariel Helwani has provided a major UP date on the Isaac Dulgarian fixed fight allegations that have taken over the MMA world. For those who may have missed it, Dulgarian lost to Yadir Delvalier via first-round submission over the weekend. Before the fight, Dulgarian opened as a strong -250 favorite, but his odds suddenly dropped to -154 just moments before the bout. That sharp decline, along with a massive surge of bets on Dulgarian to lose in the first round, which is exactly what happened, immediately raised red flags among fans, sportsbooks, and insiders. Afterward, several betting sites even refunded wagers due to growing concerns of potential fight fixing. According to Ariel, the UFC was aware of the suspicious betting activity before the fight took place. He revealed that the organization held multiple conversations with Dulgarian and his team regarding the unusual odds movement and incoming bets. Ariel emphasized that while Dulgarian repeatedly assured officials that nothing was wrong and that he was good to go, the situation clearly warranted more caution. Helwani made it clear that he does not believe the UFC was involved in any wrongdoing. However, he strongly criticized the promotion for not pulling the fight once those red flags appeared. "Just pull the fight," he said firmly. "There's nothing in the contract that says you can't. Why lead yourself into this mess? If something looks off, it's just not worth it." Ariel also confirmed that the case is now on the FBI's radar, though the depth of the investigation remains unclear at this time. According to his sources, this is far from an isolated situation. He shared that he's spoken with multiple fighters who claim they've either been personally approached or know others who were offered money to throw fights in the past. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the community. Ariel went on to highlight that Dulgarian's performance was especially strange, given his reputation and training. People who've trained with him in Denver, including names like Youssef Zalal and Corey Sandhagen, have said he regularly goes toe-to-toe with some of the best fighters in the world, and sometimes even gets the better of them. Those same people, along with figures like Bisping and Daniel Cormier, all shared the same stunned reaction. What the hell was going on? Ariel concluded by saying that while the situation is still developing, this entire story exposes a much bigger issue within MMA. The line between competition and corruption is being tested, and this could become one of the most serious investigations the sport has ever faced. Move on to another news. Sean O'Malley has openly admitted that he's jealous of Conor's legendary mic skills and larger-than-life personality. During a recent conversation, Omalley revealed that he often watches Conor's old press conferences and interviews on repeat just to study the way he talks and carries himself. He said he wishes he could talk like that, with the same confidence, charisma, and sharp wit that made Conor one of the biggest stars the sport has ever seen. Sean said, "Bro, I watch those Conor press conferences on repeat sometimes. I'll sit there and rewatch him promote stuff like bare knuckle BKFC and just laugh. The way he talks, the energy he brings, it's crazy. He explained that even when Conor says something wild or out of pocket, there's just something about how he delivers it that keeps people locked in. "He's a freak, man," Omalley said. "We forget sometimes how good he is at this. Years from now, we're all gonna look back and say, damn, we really got to witness the Conor era." Omalley went on to recall a specific moment when Conor appeared at a BKFC event, hyping up a pair of fighters in the ring. "I thought what he said was so dumb," Sean admitted. "I didn't even know who the two guys were, but the way he was talking, I was like, man, he sounds ridiculous." But despite thinking it was over the top, Sean said he couldn't help but feel jealous. "I wish I could talk like that," he said. "He just has that presence, that control of the room. Even when he's saying something off the wall, everyone's paying attention. It's like magic." He remembered how Conor stood there and shouted, "BKFC is the baddest sport alive." And even though Sean didn't totally agree, he admitted that the delivery was perfect. "It wasn't even about what he said, it was how he said it," Sean added. He told one of the fighters, "If you lose, you're out," and then talked about whoever won having to fight him, the real boss. It was wild. "I thought it was dumb because he's not actually going to do it, but it still got me hyped." Sean finished by saying that watching Conor reminds him of how powerful words can be in this game. "It gets me excited," he said. "The possibilities, the showmanship, that's what makes fighting bigger than fighting." Move on to another news. Gene Silva has confirmed that his next fight is already set, and right now, he's just waiting on his opponent to sign the contract. After weeks of silence, Silva finally gave fans a quick update, saying everything is ready on his end and all that's left is for the other side to make it official. The excitement in his tone made it clear that he's ready to get back in the cage and prove himself once again. Silva is looking to rebound from his recent TKO loss to Diego Lopez, a fight that tested his toughness but also exposed some holes in his game that he's been eager to fix. Since that defeat, Gene has been training relentlessly, sharpening every aspect of his skill set and promising to come back stronger, faster, and smarter. His coaches have praised his mentality, saying he didn't take any time off after the loss. Instead, he went straight back into the gym, determined to show the world that the last fight was just a small bump in the road. In a short statement, Silva explained that the contract has already been offered and everything is now in his opponent's hands. "The fight is ready," he said confidently. "All I'm waiting for is the other guy to sign. Once he does, we're on. I'm prepared, I'm in shape, and I'm more motivated than ever." His energy left no doubt. Silva is hungry to make a statement. Sources close to Silva have hinted that the fight will likely take place early next year, though an exact date and opponent name haven't been officially confirmed yet. Still, Silva's words suggest that it's only a matter of time before the matchup becomes public. He's made it clear that he doesn't care who signs the paper. He just wants to fight. After the loss to Lopez, Silva took full responsibility, admitting that he made mistakes and paid the price for them. But instead of feeling discouraged, he turned that setback into fuel. "Sometimes you learn more from defeat than from victory," he said recently, "and I've learned a lot." Now, with his next bout already lined up and his mindset locked in, Gene Silva is ready to remind everyone why he's one of the most dangerous up-and-comers in the division. All that's left is a signature, and once it's done, fireworks are guaranteed. Move on to another news. Daniel Cormier was highly impressed with Gable Stevenson's incredible performance over the weekend, after the Olympic gold medalist scored a stunning 13-second knockout victory at Dirty Boxing. The MMA world couldn't believe how fast it ended, and Cormier was among those who were absolutely blown away by what they saw. Cormier, speaking alongside Chael Sonnen, couldn't stop praising Stevenson's athleticism and composure. He pointed out that Gable has only competed twice professionally so far, first in LFA, where he secured a dominant win, and now at Dirty Boxing, where he delivered one of the fastest knockouts of the year. "He won in 15 seconds, Chael," Cormier said with excitement. Then he jumped over the ropes like it was nothing. "You want to talk about an athlete? That big man can move?" Cormier recalled how, after the fight, Stevenson immediately called out UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard, demanding an opportunity to prove himself inside the octagon. But what really impressed Cormier wasn't just the quick win, it was the way Stevenson carried himself before and after. "He literally ran across the ring and jumped over the ropes hands-free," Cormier said, laughing. "That's not just athleticism, that's showmanship," Chael agreed, adding that the most impressive part wasn't just the knockout or the celebration, but the courage it took for Stevenson to step into something completely new. "He left his lifetime of wrestling skills in the back," Chael said. "He agreed to a bare-knuckle fight, something he knew nothing about, and he went out there and leveled the playing field. Forget about the Olympics or the NCAA titles. That took guts. Cormier echoed the sentiment, saying that as a veteran, he doesn't often find himself admiring younger fighters, but Gable is different. He's something special, Cormier said. There's something honorable about the way he's going about this. He's not relying on his gold medals. He's building his name from scratch, just like the rest of us once did. Both Cormier and Chael agreed that Gable Stevenson's potential is through the roof. His combination of speed, power, and charisma makes him one of the most exciting new prospects in combat sports. With only 2 fights under his belt, Stevenson is already turning heads, and if he continues like this, it's only a matter of time before he becomes a major player in the world of mixed martial arts. Move on to another news. Ilia has just dropped a massive announcement that set the MMA world on fire. In a recent interview with a Spanish outlet, the UFC featherweight champion opened up about his plans for the future, his potential next opponent, and some long-awaited updates on the long-rumored UFC event in Spain. Ilia started by confirming that his January fight plans remain fully on track. Despite his brother Alex competing in November at UFC Qatar, Ilia assured fans there will be no overlap or distractions in training camp. There's no conflict at all, he said. Alex will do his thing in November, and I'll be completely focused on my fight in January. The champ made it clear that his preparation will continue as planned, and that he's ready to deliver another statement performance to kick off the new year. When it comes to potential opponents, Ilia admitted that a fight with Paddy Pimblett is the most realistic option right now. However, he didn't hold back from saying what he truly wants. The fight I really want is Islam, he said with conviction. That's the fight that excites me, that challenges me, and that would be one of the biggest fights in UFC history. While he understands that matchup may take time to materialize, he's not shy about calling for it and making his intentions known. But the biggest revelation came when Ilia discussed the UFC's long-term plans for an event in Spain. For years, Spanish fans have been waiting for this moment, and now, Ilia says it's finally becoming a reality. We're taking steps bigger and stronger than anyone might imagine, he said. The plans for the UFC at the Bernabeu are much further along than people think. Last year there were problems because of TV agreements, but now everything is moving forward faster than ever. Ilia explained that the biggest roadblock had been the ESPN broadcast deal. But with that issue now resolved, the organization is making major moves behind the scenes. Every step brings a clearer picture, he continued. I can't share the exact date or the fight card yet, but trust me, it's coming. This is going to be monumental for Spain, for Europe, and for the sport itself. With Ilia leading the charge, UFC Spain is no longer a dream. It's becoming a historic reality in the making. Move on to another news. Tony Ferguson is officially making his return to combat sports, and this time, it's happening under the Misfits banner. During a recent interview with Ariel Helwani, Mams Taylor, the face of Misfits Boxing, dropped a major exclusive announcement that sent shockwaves across the MMA and crossover fighting world. After months of speculation, Taylor confirmed that Tony Ferguson will be fighting on the Misfits card scheduled for December 20th. The revelation came in a casual but powerful moment during the interview. Ariel pressed Taylor about the rumors surrounding Tony's involvement, and after some hesitation, Taylor finally gave in. I guess I could say yeah, he will be, Taylor admitted. Ariel, realizing he just got the scoop, pushed for clarity, and Taylor confirmed it with a grin. You're getting the exclusive, man, he said. We weren't going to announce that yet, but yes. Tony will be fighting on the December 20th card. While Taylor didn't reveal Tony's opponent, he made it clear that big things are in the works behind the scenes. We'll be unifying that belt one way or another, he explained. It's going to be great to have Tony back. I've gotten to know him really well over the past few months, and honestly, he's such a humble, cool guy. I'm genuinely excited to see him compete again. For fans, this marks a massive moment. Tony Ferguson, one of the most unpredictable and beloved figures in combat sports, stepping into the Misfits ring adds an entirely new level of intrigue to the December card. The event, already known for its chaotic mix of influencers, crossover athletes, and unexpected matchups, just landed one of the biggest names in MMA history. Taylor's announcement also hints that this won't be a one-off appearance. From the way he spoke, it's clear that Misfits is planning something big around Tony's involvement. We want to make this fight mean something, he said. Tony deserves that. He's a legend, and it's an honor to have him as part of what we're building. As of now, no opponent has been confirmed, but insiders believe the matchup will be announced in the coming weeks. Whether it's another MMA crossover name or a surprising celebrity opponent, one thing is certain. Tony's return on December 20th is going to be a must-watch event. After years of wild wars in the UFC, Ferguson is now ready to bring his chaos, his charisma, and his signature EL QQI energy to an entirely new arena.